In this crazy fast-paced world, we can get so easily bogged down with complexity. We've got so many things running around that it means that we're unable to really work out what we need to do. So one of the first things that we need to do is actually look at simplifying our lives in order to be able to step through and head on to success. I'm Lena Broughton, and I'm a creative leader, a speaker and facilitator. So today, talking about simplicity, I've got 5 key steps in order for you to get one step closer to that. So the first one is to prioritize. We have so many things going on, but yet we've lost the ability to actually work out what is a priority. So how do you do that? Now, one of the first key ways to do this is to look at 3 goals that you have happening. Not 10, not 5, just 3. Now, when you've got those very clear goals sitting in front of you for what you want to do, you can take all of those things on your massive long list and look at which one of those goals they fall under. Now, if you've got things that are on your list that don't fall under any of those goals, it's a good opportunity for you to question whether or not they really are a priority. Now, when you've got those lists underneath each one of those goals, you can do a very simple step of just scoring each of those items out of 10, and then you can see very quickly which ones are the ones that are your priority. And the way that you define a priority is moving you closer towards your goal, not further away or complicating your everyday life. Now, the second thing that you want to do is actually simplify your schedule. Now, one of the things that I like to do as a business owner is to actually theme each of my days. So I have set in my head that I know what each of the days of the week are for. So Monday for me is always a get stuff done, and I like to really prioritize doing my bookwork and paperwork and emails first thing in the morning, and then I get on to making sure that I've got my blog written and ready to go for that week. Now, Tuesday for me is the day that I like to be able to get on top of doing video. So I'll have that already blocked out so that I know that I've got just the right light and I'm also fully set up for the day. Now, you can keep going throughout the week and work out what works for you. But my hot tip is that if you're someone that sees clients, make sure that you have at least one solid 3-hour window in your week where you don't see any clients, and make it the same time each week. It's training your brain to simplify and know in advance what your schedule is. Now, the third thing that you want to do in order to simplify is to declutter. Now, of course, we're going to declutter the mind with these 5 simple steps, but you also want to actually declutter your environment that you're in. And that means that you're not looking at piles of paper. You're not looking at books stacked and stumbled all over your desk, right? We want to really clean that out. And when we're looking at a clean, fresh environment, it allows our brain to think step by step and go through things. Now, the fourth tip that I have is to use technology wisely. Technology, as you know, I'm a huge lover of digital. I love what technology can do for our lives, but I'm also very conscious of the fact of how much it can distract us and take us away from all of the things that we need to be spending time on. So make sure you're thinking when you're jumping into technology, is this helping me or is it purely distraction and taking me away from those priorities? If you're someone that's trying to get on top of productivity, maybe you need to keep it old school and go straight back to that old pen and paper and literally tick things off and cross them off. Now, the fifth step that I have and suggestion that I have for you is to limit your choices. We are bombarded with decision making on an everyday basis. So if you can limit your choice in advance, it means that you don't have to spend time thinking about what your answer will be. So a couple of great ways for this is, say with your lunch to get started with. Is there something that you could eat each day of the week and really be able to enjoy it, but it removes that decision making for you? Perhaps you're a salad person. Maybe you've got a lineup of salads for the week with a little bit of different protein to keep it a bit more exciting. But again, that's removing that complexity just from your lunch. Same with your wardrobe. If you've got a business or it's for your career, perhaps you allocate a part of your wardrobe that is purely for work. And what that means is that you're not getting distracted by all the other items in your wardrobe. You're going straight to that section and pulling out those items that you know serve you well, and limit those choices and the distractions of having to look at your complete wardrobe. So I hope those 5 simple steps helped you. Make sure that you're having a moment now to really think about what is one thing that you can do this week to simplify what you're doing. You know, if you look at simplicity for really healing 2 parts of your life in a really beautiful way, on the one hand, it reduces stress and anxiety, and on the other hand, it amplifies what you're doing. If you can remove the complexities, you can get much more targeted on what it is you want to achieve. So have a fabulous week, and I'll see you soon.